you murder babies, I took a nap. Like, I just woke up from a nap. For one. So, if I'm raspy and my hair looks absolutely... Oh, it doesn't look that bad. The back's a little fluffy and a little disheveled. But, Twitter went insane. Twitter went insane one day. As it usually does, so... I need to write down this time. Hang on. Oh, I wanted to start this at, 2, so that way people, as soon as, they're getting out of school can listen to me talk about murder. Because this is just, you can watch me do my makeup, or watch me eat food if you want. Or if you just, want to watch me go absolutely insane while my cat climbs on things. Okay, I thought that I saw my cat go behind me, but I can't find him, so anyway. Today we are talking about the Zodiac Killer because Twitter went absolutely insane of this new development. So yeah, I was scrolling on Twitter as I normally do, in bed, just chilling because I'm off all week and I have no idea what to do with myself. Because I'm usually at work right now. So I have no idea what to do. And this is also the official first spaces that I'm doing on my Twitter, on my Jackie account, because I mostly use that account, and this is where I post, the videos that go up. Sorry, my cat's going into the bathroom. And he's watching him. I have, my room set up so that way he goes hey, get out of bed, look at yourself in the mirror, then run to the bathroom since you look absolutely batshit crazy. So, yeah. I mean, it makes sense, because then, after I'm done in the bathroom, shower and everything, I can come out here and make myself look pretty, or decide to say, fuck it, because I don't like wearing makeup. I have makeup, I don't like wearing it. Just because I have it does not mean I like it. Same deal I have with, my uterus and my lovely, lovely, lovely cycle, because I be a female and I get them period cramps that make me want to kill people. And then someone else would be talking about me, and then I'll be like, full circle. I'm trying to get my jokes out of the way, because I do have a lot of things to talk about here. So it's gonna be long. It's gonna be as long as my hair, because I don't want to get a cut, and it's also winter. I should have possibly gotten a cut, but again, lazy. Anyway, I have nail polish that I was going to use today, because I'm actually gonna do my nails a little bit. Oh no, I got a nail. The stuff didn't dry all the way down, but yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so today is going to be about the Zodiac Killer. The Zodiac Killer, we know of 4 to 5 murders, confirmed murders they did in 1968 to 1969 in Southern California, like San Francisco down. So yeah, it's a pretty chill time for 1960s San Francisco. Just a little bit of murder. Some murder happening. A little bit. Who am I kidding? Everything happens in California. Nothing happens here. I shouldn't say that since few very a few very infamous serial killers have come out of my area. Like, out of my state, a few infamous serial killers have come out. So yeah, but everything happens in California. Anyway, so I was setting this up at like 10 in the morning because I got up at 2, 3 a.m. I don't know why I've been waking up at 2 or 3 a.m. I think like there's something that watches me at night, but I don't know. Because the only reason why I wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning is because I feel someone or something watching me, and my cat's usually in the floor, or his back is to me, so he can't like really look at me unless he wants to crane his little neck. He's on the bed now. He's on the bed now. And there's a bunch of pillows in the way. You can't see him. Baba. There he is. There he is, so you can see him. So I should really make like little bingo cards like whenever I'm doing this. Like send out little bingo cards. Like free space is, hey, she shows Baba, or she talks about a serial killer that comes out of like South Carolina, because I have like this really neat little function on my phone now where I can make bingo cards. I can make bingo cards. It's going to be called Murder Monday Bingo. And I think bingo is really fun because I'm 86. I don't win money from this. It's fun, as well as like hidden object games. So I've been playing June's Journey, which is, again, hidden object game. Sorry, I have like 3 different jobs, in case y'all didn't know, because I babysit, and then I have like my actual job, and then I have this, and then I also have commissions for sketching and art, and I have 2 left over, but they're for the same person. And I just haven't had like the mini episode that I usually have whenever I do all the art that I usually do. Because I can put out like 4 pieces of artwork in a week, like fully finished. I swear, boy, my followers on Twitter don't know what Murder Monday is. A few of my followers don't, even though I told them and I've showed them, and I've also posted about it before. Podcast / YouTube. So I'm also like on the spaces for Twitter now, like just in general. That's not me, that's just like a bunch of people that I like. Oh, okay. Only listening for now. Also filming. So yeah, my friend just like popped me on, just like gonna listen to me talk about a fucking serial killer, which I've already been doing this for like literally 10 minutes and I haven't even started. This is just like the update because today is gonna be very like very big, a very big thing. How do I deny? Oh no. Okay, well, I got another speaker in the space, but I'm filming. I don't want too much background noise going on. Yeah, my sound is all the way up, so let me just turn that down. So I was looking at a bunch of different things for the Zodiac Killer. Again, 10 in the morning, almost noon, because that's what I do throughout my day now, because I don't know what to do because I'm not at work. And I'm not babysitting today, so that's fun. I babysit my little cousin. She has the cutest little cheeks, and she's a really easy baby too, so I like it. She's an easy baby. Just put her outside on a swing, make sure that she doesn't roll over, since she figured out how to roll over one day. So it's gonna be really fun. She's 5 months old. I can literally situate herself on my body while I'm laying down, getting comfortable on the couch upstairs, and she'll just watch TV with me. So I literally did that, and I watched 3 episodes of Rain with the baby on my body. So that's I mean, the French doors were open. It was really nice outside, if not a little chilly, since it's becoming fall, and I'm thriving in fall. I think my boots are still in my bed. I'm gonna check. I'm going insane right now because I'm tired. I'm just trying to get everything that I need to get out. This is also why my episodes are literally 2 to 3 hours long, because I just ramble and go on little tangents. But I got some boots. I got boots. Because it's spooky season, and I'm gonna be wearing those set till summer. No, I'm gonna be wearing them every day of my life now. If I go outside, those boots are going to be the things that I put on my feet. Okay, so again, back on track. I asked a few people to send me their best Zodiac Killer memes. And I also looked up a bunch. They're all just Ted Cruz. We'll get to that later. I will get to this little segue later, once this is over and all that. Roses are red, violets are blue. Michael Jackson sang Thriller. Ted Cruz is Zodiac Killer. It's on Tumblr. I'm not on Tumblr. Again, this is from Tumblr, but I'm not on Tumblr because I was there whenever it was popular, and now I'm just no thanks. The next one I got is Ted Cruz smiles like he has shampoo in his eyes, and then it's a picture of Ted Cruz doing he's almost about to cry, but he's smiling through the pain. And then underneath it, it's just yeah, maybe it's from the long ass shower you took to wash out the blood from being the Zodiac Killer. I was the fourth one I have is from actually iFunny. Me, Truth or Dare, Ted Cruz. Truth. Me, are you the Zodiac Killer, Ted Cruz? No, I could be and I couldn't be. You never know. Fourth one I have is the Zodiac Gorilla. I just picked this since it's so good. Again, Google It's just all Ted Cruz. It's just all Ted Cruz. And then it's this is again Google, but it's like kind of office based. So if you swap Kevin from The Office and Ted Cruz, they're actually the same person. And I believe it. Them round cheeks gonna get you. Them round cheeks gonna get you, boy. And then I just have like a Chucky Good Guy doll. Oh shit. In my pictures because my friend really likes Chucky, and I said that to him. And I got Hamilton. And I got Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton. And there is an ASMR channel that did like the entire Hamilton musical. Like it was just her. And I keep falling asleep to it, and I'm just like, fuck. Cause I never seen Hamilton, and I know that I could possibly like watch it now on like Hulu or like a streaming service. Or like a movie streaming service. But it's just like the ASMR version of it makes me sleepy. And again, I had like trouble sleeping, trouble staying asleep. So it just works. It just really does work. And also that says a lot about what makes me fall asleep. Because some of those lines and those songs are kind of dark. And I'm over here talking about murder. I have no room to talk. I talk about murder. Which I haven't even talked about murder yet. Hang on. I need to plug in my phone. So on the agenda today, it's going to be like update. Did that. I rambled a lot for like 10 minutes of my life. Yes, it is. Okay, phone's plugged up. It's in front of me. And I don't have one of my... I have my mugs down here. They need to be washed because I haven't washed them in like literally a month. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. I haven't washed them in a month. I just like use them every single day, and I don't... Like the only time I wash them is whenever I alternate them, and I didn't do that because I usually like alternate my mugs, but I can't alternate them if they're both down here. And I also want to get more spooky mugs for Halloween and all that. Like some really funny spooky mugs. Spirit Halloween has a bunch online, as well as a Hot Topic and all that. Spencer's has a few, but it's Spencer's. It's Spencer's. Just gonna leave it at that. So I was gonna do a natural face today, like a natural face look, but it's literally 5:30 in the afternoon, and I forgot that I did like this pink liner look with a Fenty Beauty like lip paint. These are eye safe. Like all of her lip paints are eye safe. You just have to be careful with like the reds. Like this is basically like a red base except pink. Like anything that they say like don't use around your eyes because it could cause staining. Be careful with it because it could stain. But I have used like some like reds and pinks and purples around my eyes before, and I didn't see like any staining. But I think that's because I put concealer on my eye, so that way it doesn't like stain. I'm still gonna put concealer on because I don't walk around with like a pink line around my eye and freak people out thinking that I have pink eye. Because your girl also has allergies and she is constantly touching her eyes. Especially this one because I do have like that stress pain and it acts up and then it makes my eye itch. Anyway. I need to start. No, it's like a mess here, but I'm going to do my nails last. So update, done. Then the natural face, which I'm not really gonna do because I'm doing pink liner. Be a gremlin to my boyfriend and all that because he is at work and he messaged me and I want to be just like a little gremlin. Who am I kidding? I am a gremlin. So I have decided not to give away like the makeup that I got. I'm going to be donating it to a women's shelter, like a women's shelter and all that. It's just like in a box. There's just like foundations that I can't use and all that. I think I showed y'all. God. Okay, I called myself a gremlin and then I just got a gizmo. Okay, thank you. I know. Doesn't help that I hide the tips of my ears all the time because my ears kind of stick out, and also they're like very pointy. They are very angular up top. Like I don't like my ears, even though I want to get more piercings to show off my ears. I don't like my ears. Anyway, so I was actually going to show you the cryptograms, but they are like very poor quality. Thank you, FBI, and all that. But they're on Wikipedia, and I also tried to do one for you, like do 2 lines at a time. I got to there, like this is like line 1, and then I gave up. But you see how one of them is like Ted and Ted Cruz? Yeah, that was just like the segue. Like the first 3 letters that I got were Ted. That was the segue that I was like the groundbreaking segue. So Ted Cruz could be, because on one of the cryptograms that he sent, it was literally labeled I am and then like 13 unidentified letters, and the person that was identified and like linked to a few of the murders, like to a few murders. Gary Francis Post, his name is more than 13 letters. That's like the only thing. That's the only thing. Like, it doesn't have 13 letters in it. Like, my name has 23, 26 letters, like my full name. So, yeah. And in the cryptograms, he intentionally misspelled a few words. The first 4 letters that he misspelled, like intentionally misspelled, like the letters that they're supposed to be, spelled sit. This is why it takes me 3 hours to do shit, because I get distracted easily. My ADHD is on top of its game today. Okay, just making sure that was like you weren't gonna scream into the fucking mic.
You're gonna make sure I'm gonna scream into the mic.
Do not scream into the mic. Please don't blow the volume. Please.
I'm over here playing Minecraft. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, I forgot I was here.
What's up, Spring?
So I also got Discord going in the background, so you can hear those 2 bitches. Hear those two lovely men, lovely thems, lovely entities talking to me while I'm trying to do this, and I'm laughing.
Lovely entities. Yeah, that's definitely the way to be gender neutral in today's climate. Yeah, I totally oppose the idea of ever being called a man. I totally don't like the idea of being associated with a bunch of tax evading mansplainers.
This is also why my mouth gets me in trouble a lot, is just because I say things that I think aren't offensive, but then people are like, I will be called an entity, and I'm just like, okay. I'm so sorry that I don't want to misgender you, Linda.
Linda.
I need to start. I have talked about what I'm going to do. I have explained what I'm doing. That I have like 5 different things open right now. Because I already did it, and you are going to watch this afterwards, since you always watch my videos.
How do you know?
Because usually whenever I get one view and you watch it all the way through, I know it's you. Because my friends don't see like the link until like 3 hours later, whenever it's like already done. But hey, people are watching, and I kind of don't care if people watch, because this is just like, hey, you can put me on while you're driving, or like you're bored in class. I mean, it's interesting.
Now, see, I thought you were recording earlier.
Yeah, your girl took a nap, and then she set an alarm, but she overslept the alarm, and then she turned off the alarm, and then she got up at 5 and hopped on, and it looks like hot trash. So yeah, that's what happened. Because I literally took a nap. Like, I literally posted on Twitter, just like, hey, I'm going to like move things back like 30 minutes, so that way I can nap more.
And you ended up moving it back like 2 hours.
Because I overslept. I overslept.
I also overslept. You know what I did?
You missed the bus.
I took a goddamn Uber.
So, anyway, back on topic.
Back on these. I'm not gonna do it.
I am filming. I am actually filming. Please don't.
Yeah, she's been filming for the 20 minutes, for the past 20 minutes.
I know you're filming.
Ah! Okay.
Do you think that ever stopped me from making those jokes in your last video?
No, it didn't, but it was also like 3 a.m, and I kind of didn't care.
I don't think it was even close to 3 a.m.
No, we literally stopped like everything at 3:30 in the morning.
Like, we left the call and all that.
Yep.
I'm trying to find a place to build this damn house.
House placement in Minecraft is the utmost importance. Like, believe me, it is the utmost importance for any Minecraft world to have a house in the correct place. So I'm going to use like the professional by benefit. I use just like a teeny tiny little pea size amount. Got my pink mirror. I'm wearing a lot of pink right now. My lips are pink because I have like a little split in them. So.
Alright, so you said build a house in the correct place.
Yes, because if you don't, the Minecraft gods will absolutely annihilate you.
Alright, let me find out how to build a house in your mom's room.
Oh.
My mom's room is very tiny, so I hope that you're going to build like a very minuscule house.
So we'll build a fucking mansion in there.
a very minuscule and insufficient house like you are.
Damn it.
Stone brick, too. Not just any stone brick, I'm gonna use chiseled stone brick.
Oh, fancy bitch over here.
I'm so fancy, but I don't play Minecraft anymore.
Why don't you play Minecraft anymore in spring?
I just got bored.
How did you get bored with Minecraft? I'm 21. I still vehemently play Minecraft.
Yeah, I saw that garden you put.
Okay, it's not garbage. It's just a little unorganized because my brain during quarantine is like, hey, I want to do something productive.
I didn't say garbage, I said garden.
Oh, garden, my botanical garden.
Your botanical garden.
This stuff actually smells really good. I don't really like use primers and stuff, but my nose pores have been kind of out and about lately. I'll put my hair up.
I legit basically got called based on Queen's Twitter.
Hooray.
Everyone calls you base because you defend me and all my shit.
No, people call me based because I talk about Stovia.
Okay, well, Stovia deserves to die, for one. And for two, it's not based if it actually makes like thousands of people uncomfortable and want to throw up in the mouth.
I am the base god of them all, so what the... Hold on, I gotta take a screenshot of this. How the hell do I...
So yeah, my hair is silver, it's gray. Silver or gray, whatever. I got spooky boots. Spooky boots? That cost me like the full price of them, or like
opening random things that I don't mean to open.
Like the full price of like the order was literally almost $50 and sturdy ass boots. Should I do foundation today? I don't think I should do foundation.
Always over here like becoming a menace to society.
Society. We live in a society.
Oh my god, you're reminding me of that dumbass Joker impression I did. Did you see that video?
Oh!
No.
We live in a society that punishes people that have mental illness and helps corrupt individuals get to power.
Like, we hope we did say what?
Like, I hope you guys didn't see the whole like chaotic mess that went down in server yesterday.
Oh yeah, I was there. I clicked Gord. I'm really sorry about that.
What?
I'm really sorry about that.
Sorry about what?
I posted Gore.
Wait, that wasn't yesterday.
Oh, you mean with Russ? Oh, sorry. I'm talking about the other day.
It was like a month ago.
Fair enough. You're talking about.
All I have are torches and not enough string.
Oh, sorry, I am cleaning up my eyebrow tails right now.
Your eyebrow tail?
Yes, because your girl shaves them off, and I'm too lazy to grab my razor to actually shave them off, so I'm just plucking them out. Plucking out them hairs.
What are you doing to yourself, madam? Why would you do that?
I don't like the way that my eyebrows grow in. Like, they grow in too straight for me.
That's what we all have to deal with.
Your girl ain't straight. I don't want straight.
You don't like straight. I wonder why.
I wonder why too.
Poor Beth is over here getting trolled.
The only thing straight
Yes.
that I like is my boyfriend.
My son is autistic.
The only thing straight that I like is my boyfriend.
So you're saying that.
But you're binary, non-binary.
Gender fluid.
Oh, okay.
I identify as a LG.
And I identify as a BCR.
I identify as a Samsung smart fridge.
I am pansexual. My pronouns are she, her, they, them, and I'm also gender fluid because your girl don't like being ladylike, so it might as well be manlike because
that's those two things don't fit together.
Wow.
I don't think it can be a she, her, they, them, and then also be gender fluid.
Actually, it
So
can
you
be.
have to add in your pronouns, or like you have to just identify as they, them. Gender fluid doesn't apply to like gender binary. So
Actually, you can because pronouns don't equal gender, and they also don't equal like your how you portray yourself. I could be 100% a cis man, like a straight cis man, and identify like my pronouns would be she. Hi. Because it's what I'm comfortable with labeling myself as well as how I want people to label me. And hey, it's really fun to compute.
I like people to label me. I like people to label me as a human being, but not everything happens.
I just called you an entity.
Yeah, that's what you called me, an entity, not a human being.
It's spooky season. My curls, my hair is going absolutely ballistic. Hi!
It is spooky season indeed.
Yes, spooky.
What are you gonna do for spooky season then?
Possibly be at my job.
You're gonna be selling people hair dye for their last minute Halloween costumes.
Yes.
Probably.
And there's the sound of the dryer. Where did I put my axe? What the? No. Oh, no. Where the hell did I put my axe? Get murked.
Do you want some makeup on your face too, babe?
Ooh.
If whenever you watch the video, you will see that my cat has jumped up onto my desk and has chosen to be absolutely chaotic.
Yeah.
Hence why I made my little screech. Please don't rub your face on my monitor, please.
Where the hell is... Oh, there we go. This is the longest I've lasted. If I can make it past the first night, I will be happy.
Like the longest you have to survive in hardcore Minecraft?
Yeah, because I did an attempt for a few minutes before I joined this call, and I got murked.
Ouch.
Ta-da! He's on my palette. He's on my palette that I need to use.
What is it with you and palette?
I have one really big palette right here. It's the James Charles palette. It's what I go to. But this boy is just on it.
Charles?
Isn't he a pedo?
Alleged, nothing concrete has come out, but a few allegations. and I kind of can't return it because A, I've used it, and B, it's hella expired because I got this in like 2017. And you're supposed to like change it out every year. Like eyeshadow lasts like 12 months, like if it's opened. So it's opened. And my cat has left the chat. Okay.
Okay, now that raises the question of what happens if you put on expired makeup.
Nothing really.
You just feel like a really bad rash, and that's it.
No. You're talking to someone that doesn't really buy makeup and just uses expired makeup like all the time. Like, you've seen my skin before I've done like skincare and all that. And you've also seen my skin afterwards. Like, there's literally like barely any difference.
Also, I've noticed that like at least 75% of the videos you make are dedicated to just like, at least the ones I show up in, they're dedicated to just tangents, and then the other 25% is what the video is actually about.
Well, duh, because I have ADHD and I make like little weird connections in my brain because I'm also neurodivergent. Ow! And I can never stay on topic.
My 10 brain cells trying to figure out what the hell you just said.
I can never stay on topic.
Because, like, whenever I'm on Discord calls, like, all I hear is just, like, you cutting out, and then what, like, you say in the next few seconds, except sped up.
Ow, why are the long ones so fucking hard and hurt? Ow.
Ooh, I see. True. Alright, F3.
If you're wondering like what this like little breakout section on my lovely forehead is, it's cause my bangs like fall over here. So like the oils from my head and like the heat get trapped in the pores. Okay, Moose. No, stop. Where'd my cat go? Where'd the little Baba? Okay, so I pulled up like the Wikipedia page that I was using to like get everything down. Let me just show y'all the fuck's happening on this piece of paper. Again, from Wikipedia. The Zodiac Killer, because Wikipedia has fucking everything. You don't need to see that. And some symbols he uses like in a pattern, which I have noticed in like my limited amount of time that I've just like looked at it. Then here is the one that I was reading like earlier, like trying to like figure out like the letters because I wanted to do one. But you still have that one. I got 3 letters in and I was like, fuck no.
Oh, hey.
But someone had to do this for their job. I could never.
Never would.
I could never do this for my job, like decoding something. Because I got 3 letters in and I gave up.
Yo, I know exactly what you can do.
What? Stop time for food.
I want you to try and decode those secret messages in Gravity Falls. Those things are hard as hell.
I already did all of them.
How the hell? Are you Jesus?
No, because at the beginning, it in the episodes, it's sets the numbers for the letters. The first few, it's just following the alphabet, where the letters fall, and they jumble it up. Because 2 of them were the exact same. It was the Scuttlebutt Island ones. Yeah? What'd you make? Okay. Mom made food. I'm filming.
How was that?
My mom made some food. She made some tomato gravy, eggs, biscuits, bacon. Just country food.
I didn't know you lived in the South.
I'm from Virginia. I grew up in Virginia for 10 years of my life.
To our nation.
Anyway, let's get going. Okay, so over the course of 6 to 7 decades, in case you don't know what a decade is, it's 10 years. So 6 and 7 of those, 17 people have been suspected. 17 people have been suspected of being the Zodiac Killer.
Alright, so 17 suspects, and yet we have found no clear evidence.
Exactly. We have no concrete person. And the one that was
now
identified.
Claiming, hey, we found the guy. He got murdered.
Yeah, and the one that they did identify, the Gary Francis Post, the very, the newest one, number 17, he died in 2018. So, the cold case team that was, sorting through his things have requested, the FBI do DNA search and search and match on him.
FBI, open up.
My cat wants food, and it's not time for food. Okay. Should I just restart this whole entire thing? Restart it and start over, because I kind of want food, kind of don't, because I really need to get this out. You know what? We're just we're gonna go on. We're going to continue. Moose, stop.
Alright, now where the hell?
So people have also decoded a third of the 408 cryptogram they sent. And I was messing around with the last few letters.
You deciphered a third of them.
No, other people have decided for a third of what he sent of the 408 cryptogram. So I was messing around with the last 18 letters, trying to figure out what words they were making, and the only thing I got was meteorite. But can you just listen to this? Google Translate says that it's detecting Afrikaans, the language Afrikaans.
Paborito mitpiti.
It sounds normal in the language that it's detecting, but English.
Ibi or pati.
It's just like, what? So, yeah. Boyfriend messaged again. So, Zodiac Killer has 13 letters in his name. And he also started keeping score on the letters that he was sending. Like the Zodiac Killer's symbol of choice was what we call in music a coda. It's a circle with a plus in it. It's called a coda. And he started putting like 10, 15, 23. The last was 37. So there are 37 alleged killings. Like over on the west side of the United States. So like Lake Tahoe, like that area, to like South Carolina, like all the, not South Carolina, like South California. I need to get going. I'm tired. What? What? Being gremlin again. Being gremlin again. Can I... Hello, camera. Okay. What? Not hungry right now. So the last letter came in on January 29th, 1974, and that was addressed to like Lake Tahoe and all that. Why? Got some lovely Exorcist girl, got some lovely Reagan going on in my DMs right now. Why do I need the Exorcist girl in my DMs?
Hold up, are you over your role playing while making a video?
No, I'm also on Spaces for YouTube. Not Spaces for YouTube, Spaces for Twitter. And my friend sent me a Gizmo gift whenever I first talked about being a gremlin the first time around, and now he just sent me a Reagan.
My fellow Americans.
Not that Reagan, like Reagan from The Exorcist.
I never saw The Exorcist.
Good, because I watched it at 13, and then like the next day I got extremely sick.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Because it was like, it wasn't even spooky season. It was in the middle of July. It was literally the middle of July.
Doing that to yourself and watching that should be considered a...
Okay, shut up.
Rip.
I should just like start over since I could have already been halfway done, but I'm just like gonna keep doing this. It's gonna be a 3-hour episode. Buckle up, bitches.
This is why you gotta get an editor.
No.
Why?
Because that requires me paying someone.
I would say you don't have to pay me to do it, but I've seen how long your videos can go for. I'm not going through like get an entire hour of footage. I can barely handle getting through half an hour. So how do you think I feel going through dead ends an entire, like, maybe hour plus?
Exactly. So why do you think that I don't edit and I don't want an editor? Because I don't want to put someone through an hour of me talking and yelling and
Because you feel like getting watch time.
a bunch of like off-screen tangents, because you know I go off on a lot of tangents. And I feel like that's unfair.
Guess who finally has a bed?
Your brother in my room.
Alright, I need to start making items.
Eh.
I'm gonna plant this tree. You are going to be home for my tree.
Okay, so allegedly he claimed to have killed 37. There are 5 confirmed deaths, 2 injuries, and that's all. In California and also Nevada.
You can't really call yourself a Zodiac Killer if you're injuring more people than you're killing.
He was called the Zodiac Killer because he went by a set pattern of the moons and the sun, positions in which zodiac those two were in. He mostly targeted young couples, with 2 of the men surviving the attempted murder. He also killed a lone male cab driver, and the Zodiac himself once claimed to have murdered 37 victims, and he has been linked to several other cold cases, some in Southern California or out of state. He mostly went everything with him was a pattern. He was alternating between rural, urban, and suburban. So it was Balenciaga, Vallejo, unincorporated Napa County, and then the city of San Francisco. So it went too rural. Napa County is a suburban area, and then city of San Francisco, which is urban. So it went 2-1-1, and every single time he picked a different person to murder based on the sun and the moon, because we have to do that now, but okay. He became a very fixed point in pop culture, and he inspired
found the man.
He inspired amateur detectives to attempt to resolve the case, and entertainment such as films, television, novels, and video games. So very, very prominent in today still. Very prominent in today's day and age, in the 21st century. The San Francisco Police Department, the SFPD, marked the case as inactive in April of 2004, but it reopened at some point prior to March of 2007. And it also remains open in the city of Vallejo, as well as in Napa County and Solano County. The California Department of Justice has maintained an open case file on the Zodiac murders since 1969. it is one of the longest cold cases on record. Your nails are digging into my knee.
What other cold cases could there be that have been left unsolved for decades?
There was technically a cold case that began in 1918, and that ended literally last year. Like, it was solved 100 years later. Long story short, the butler didn't do it. It was the maid. So did that. Did all that.
Oh wait, that was spring.
And now, can you hear me now?
Yes.
What the hell happened to you?
Like, you didn't hear me at all?
No.
You know what? I'm not gonna do my makeup or my nails because that's too much effort. But I am done with the notebook.
Beth's most iconic line is
Yes,
So this is just like gonna be very chill right now. Very just like gonna talk about murder while my cat wants to murder everything at my desk.
skeleton.
those damn skellies, I told you. Those damn skellies.
Damn bonehead.
But I'm going to put out a drawer, put my feet up, so that way my cat can get off my desk and into my lap like he was, and he was being good in my lap.
Can we normalize racism against skeletons, please?
Yes, please. They're damn skellies, I told you. They're damn skellies.
So let's get into like the murders that are confirmed, like the 7 confirmed victims.
Oh wait, I just remember of a cold case. I just remembered right now. What?
Beekeeper was a cold case. They never found them.
Oh.
So let's get into like the victims. There was David Arthur Faraday, 17, and his date for that night, Betty Lou Jensen, 16, both of which were shot and killed on December 20th, 1968, on Lake Herman Road within the city limits of Balenciaga. This bitch.
Alright, I finally remembered a cold case. It's the murder of Al Kite. I know how to say his first name.
God damn it.
What?
I got murked.
Ouch. Is it those damn skellies?
Those damn boneheads should have gotten deported.
God damn. God damn, those damn skellies. I told you, those damn fucking skellies.
Hold on, I can actually, if you want, I can screen share. And show you what the hell happened.
Do it, yes.
So as you can see,
Yes,
I had a
hello.
starter.
So this.
Actually, that's great. That's great.
Alright, so then I had started to mine cobblestone. Let's see where I friggin' died. Somewhere over here.
The next one is the Michael Renaud Mayhew, 19, and his girlfriend, his lovely lovely girl for the night. Not for the night. Darlene Elizabeth Farron, who was 22. Both shot on July 4th, 1969, in the parking lot of a Blue Rock Springs Park in Vallejo. While Mayhew survived the attack, Farron was pronounced dead on arrival at Kaiser Foundation Hospital.
Adam Sandler. Holy.
What kind of FPS am I getting? And all I see is this is one single frame of Beth's face. She's just given the camera the look of like, what the hell?
Uh-oh.
Okay, let's continue. The fourth one on here is Brian Calvin Hartnell, who was 20, and Cecilia Ann Shepard, again, 22, stabbed on September 27th, 1969 at Lake Baronessa in Napa County. Hartnell survived 8 stab wounds to the back, but Shepard died as a result of her injuries on September 29th, 1969. The last one, I believe this was the cab driver. I could be wrong, but it was Paul Lee Stein, 29, shot and killed on October 11th, 1969 again, in the Presidio Heights neighborhood in San Francisco.
Because of 69.
David and Betty, I can talk, were on like their very first date. They had planned to attend a Christian, not Christian at Christmas. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it's so sad. I feel sorry.
Okay. Did she not hear me fucking talking? I should literally just start this over and...
Hey.
They were 3 blocks from Jensen's home.
Wait,
They instead visited a friend before...
your news.
The couple were on their first date and planned to attend a Christmas concert at Hogan High School, where they both went to. But about 3 blocks from Jensen's home, and they decided to visit a friend instead before stopping at a local restaurant and then driving out on Lake Herman Road, which was like that old school Lover's Lane type of deal. And at about 10:15 p.m., Faraday parked his mother's Rambler in a gravel turnout, which was, again, Lover's Lane. Shortly after 11 p.m., their bodies were found by Stella Borgs, who lived nearby. So, like in the span of an hour, they were dead. So, yeah. The Solano County Sheriff's Department investigated the crime, but again, no leads developed because Zodiac Killer didn't leave anything concrete for them to actually look at. This is where Graysmith comes into the equation. Graysmith wrote an entire book on like the Zodiac Killer, and that's actually a pretty interesting to see and read. So he utilized like the forensic data that was given to him and was like appropriate for like 1969 and all that sense. It wasn't that well. Now we can identify you from like your eye color. So Robert Graysmith postulated that another car pulled it into the turnout just prior to 11 p.m. So like another couple, but Zodiac Killer making an entrance in style. They parked beside the couple, The killer may have like then exited the car and walked towards the Rambler, possibly ordering them out of it. It appeared that Jensen had exited the car first, but then Faraday was halfway out. The killer shot him in the head. The killer then shot Jensen 5 times in the back as she fled. And, we can tell that she fled because her body was found 28 feet from the car, and then the killer sped out there. The second one, the lovely Blue Rock Springs murder, that happened on July 4th. They were actually 4 miles from the Lover's Lane, from Herman Road. And they sat in the car, so again, they could have been thinking about doing something, could have not have been thinking about doing something, but it doesn't say here. But again, while they were sitting in the car, a second car drove up into the lot and parked alongside them, but almost immediately drove away, returning about 10 minutes later. The car actually then parked behind them, and the driver of the second car then exited the vehicle, approaching the passenger side. This time. And like the car that they were in was Farron's car, carrying a flashlight and a 9mm Luger. The killer directed the flashlight into Mayu's and Farron's eyes, directing before shooting at them, firing 5 times into the cab of the car. They were both hit, and several bullets had passed through Mayu and into Farron. So Mayu might have jumped in front of Farron to protect them and all that, which stunning reviews by me, because that's oh, you actually liked this person. Well, these days I don't think anyone would take a bullet from me. Well, one person. Maybe two. But let's keep going. The killer then walked away from the car, but upon hearing Mayu's moaning, returned and shot each victim 2 more times before he sped off. Then a few hours later, again, a few minutes later, it all occurred in an hour's time. On July 5th, 1969, at 12:40 a.m., a man A man phoned the Vallejo Police Department to report and claim responsibility for the attack. The caller also took credit for the murders of Jensen and Faraday 6.5 months earlier. Police then traced the call to a phone booth at a gas station at Springs Road and Tolmine, located about 3/10 of a mile, which is 500 meters, from Farron's home and only a few blocks from the Vallejo Police Department. Farron was pronounced dead at the hospital, but Mayhew actually survived the attack despite being shot directly in the face, neck, and chest. So Farron is Darlene Elizabeth Farron. Episode of I Survived here. And Mayhew actually got a description. Oh wait, no, Farron. Hang on. Mayhew is the man. Farron died. Darlene Elizabeth Farron died. Was pronounced dead at the hospital, so she died on scene or like en route to the hospital. Mayhew, her date for the night, survived the attack and, face, neck, chest injuries and all that, but Mayhew actually got a description out of his attacker, even though that was literally midnight. So, described his attacker to be a 26 to 30-year-old, 195 to 200 pounds, or possibly like even more, possibly, a little bit of heavy set. He was 5'8", a white male with short, light brown curly hair. And then I'm not going to read the first letter from the Zodiac and all that, but this is where it gets very interesting for me. On August 1st, 1969, the 3 letters that made him, the killer, famous Zodiac Killer, were received at the Vallejo Times-Herald, the San Francisco Chronicle, and the San Francisco Examiner. The nearly identical letters subsequently described by a psychiatrist to have been written by someone who would expect to be brooding and isolated. He took credit for the shootings at both Lake Herman Road and Blue Rock Springs, and each letter also included 1/3 of a 408 symbol cryptogram, which the killer claimed contained his identity. Which, of course, 17 people has been suspected of being the killer, of being the Zodiac. And no one has been identified, concretely identified. The killer demanded that they be printed on each paper's front page, or he will cruise around all weekend, killing lone people in the night, then move on to kill again, until I end up with a dozen people over the weekend. So he was going to go on a killing spree, which he might have because he claims to have killed 37 fucking people. But yeah. So the Chronicle published the Itzler that they got from him, from the cryptogram, on page 4 of the next day's edition. The article printed alongside the code quoted Vallejo Police Chief Jack E. Stilts as saying, "We're not satisfied that the letter was written by the murderer," and requested the writer send a second letter with more facts to prove his identity. The Threshin murders did not happen, and all 3 parts were eventually published. So, was he bluffing? I don't know. And then, 6 days later, in the same week, on August 7th, 1969, so same year, Another letter was received at the San Francisco Examiner with the salutation, "Dear editor, this is the Zodiac speaking." This was the first time that the killer had actually used his name, like that name, for identification. The letter was a response to Chief Stilt's request for more details that would prove he had killed Faraday, Jensen, and Farron. In it, the Zodiac included details about the murders that had not yet been released to the public, as well as a message to the police that when they cracked his code, they will have me. Which, again, it's going on for 60, 70 years, and we're no closer to finding him. And then, like, the next day, like the very next day, October 8th, same year, Donald and Betty with a Y-E, Hardin of South Salinas, California, cracked the 408 symbol cryptogram, and it contained a misspelled message in which the killer seemed to reference the most dangerous game. The author also said that he was collecting slaves for his afterlife, which... No name appears in this decoded text, and the killer said that he would not give away his identity because it would slow down or stop his slave collection, which I don't care how many people you want at your beck and whim. You don't kill people. Like, don't. No. That's how you end up on this show. Okay. Lots of speculations. Two of them, 1817, 18, 25, and 22. So yeah, young couples, my age, like in my age range. Okay, so that is like the first two, as well as a little bit of the letters that he was sending. Let's do public speculation before we get into like the 21st century developments more in depth. Okay, I think that they're done talking, so. Nope. I entered at the wrong time. That's awesome. Please don't copyright me. YouTube daddies, please don't copyright me. I'm asking kindly, don't copyright me for that, because I didn't know that they were playing music until it was about too late. So, anyway, public speculation time. Let's get into like the ones that are, very, very fun, because there were like two of them that were very, very famous, and we will also talk about them, or we have talked about them. So there was Ted Kaczynski, which was the Unabomber, the Mason family, Charles Manson. Charles Manson and the Manson family. Lovely little cult moment happening. there was a few, lovely little newspaper editors tossed in. And also a retired police detective, Steve Howdle, argues in his book, The Black Dahlia Avenger, that his own father, George Howdle, was the Black Dahlia killer whose victims included Elizabeth Short. It was only circumstance, like, he made 2 books, and in a follow-up, the follow-up book, Huddle argued a circumstantial case that his father was also the Zodiac Killer based upon a police sketch, as well as the similarities of the style of the Zodiac letters to the Black Dahlia Avenger letters, and questioned document examination. So, circumstantial evidence at best can't really concretely say, yes, he did this. It's only just like, he could have, because the letters are similar. You see how the B's are written in here? Yeah, same B, same, yeah. Okay. And then this is like what's fun, because I actually saw this episode of America's Most Wanted. February 19th, 2011, little 10-year-old me watching some America's Most Wanted and murders. Spooky, scary skeletons. Anyway, they featured a story, like a full segment about the Zodiac Killer in 2010. A picture surfaced of known Zodiac victim Darlene Ferrin, who was the 3rd or 4th victim that died, that was pronounced dead at the hospital. So, the Blue Rock Springs murder. And next to the picture was an unknown man who closely resembles the composition sketch formed based on eyewitnesses' descriptions of the Zodiac Killer. Police believe the photo was taken in San Francisco in the middle of 1966 or 1967. So, a year or a few months, or in the middle of whenever he was planning it. So it's not, again. Then there was also the convicted serial killer Ed Edwards, who committed 5 murders between 1977 and 1996, which was also linked to the Zodiac murders and several other unsolved cases by former cold case detective John A. Cameron. Cameron's theories were met with almost universal disdain, especially from law enforcement. Which, I mean, this is, that has been going on between, at this point, 30 to 40 years of a cold case. Which, I don't know, what most of the theories were, and I kind of want to look them up and, tell you some of them, but I also kind of don't, because I've been doing this for, an hour and a half, and I don't have a drink today. I don't have a drink. I don't have something to wet my whistle besides my spit. The cat's still sleeping behind me. There was also a George Russell Tucker, a Louis Joseph Myers, Again, people are accusing everyone and anyone of being the Zodiac Killer. There was also, again, another father involved with it, which was Earl Van Best Jr., which then led him to,
It's over here accusing people of being anybody.
Yeah.
And I'm back.
So this was in 2014. Gary Stewart published a book, The Most Dangerous Animal of All, in which he claimed his search for his biological father Earl Van Best Jr., led him to conclude that Van Best was the Zodiac Killer, and in 2020, so last year, the book was adapted for the FX network as a documentary series. There's a documentary about this, about a speculation.
Everybody knows that if you want to hear about a convicted murderer, you go to FX.
Or Dateline.
No, that's where you go to hear about Chris Hansen.
Okay, yeah, true. Okay, let's finish up. This is like the 21st century development, like the last person that I'm going to say is the thing that caused everyone to go absolutely batshit crazy on Twitter on Tuesday, in the middle of the fucking day for me. So I'm over here just like, this is gonna be the next episode. It was going to be this episode was going to be it was going to be like Catherine Knight. Like, that's what I was going to do. But no, Twitter dictated that I do this. And also my own intuition wanted to do this, and this would be up today because it is a special.
It's not Twitter's fault that you did this. This is your chance to look at the article.
Shush. I'm almost done. I swear, I am almost done. I've been filming for almost 2 hours. And I'm tired. And I want food. And I need to take out my trash. Let's finish up. So, on October 6th of this year, the Case Breakers, an independent team of about 40 former law enforcement investigators, military intelligence officers, and journalists, have claimed to identify the Zodiac Killer as one Gary Francis Post, a murderer who was acting on the Riverside region around the same time as the Zodiac. But this information was not confirmed by the Vallejo Police Department, and the Case Breakers have requested that police test the Zodiac Killer's DNA evidence to confirm it matches Gary Francis Post's DNA. Which, I don't know, man, after 60, 70 years, my DNA would be viable at that time. But I know, like, with proper care, DNA can last a long time.
You a reasonable answer.
I know DNA can last years, like decades, like even a century, I hope. I hope people haven't used so much of the DNA that there's very little, but there is a test. It's a RCP test that actually multiplies a very small amount of DNA, so that way they can get like little bars, like the genetic code bars, like they do for like matching like paternity tests and all that. So yeah, that's kind of deal. But anyway, the police, however, said that the case is not solved and that the killer was not identified yet. The Zodiac Killer case remains open, and we have no new information at the moment, an FBI spokesperson told CNN. Which, I mean, test the DNA.
Again, why would you trust DNA?
Test the DNA. I want to know. So that I can make like a little update on this, because new information comes out about Lori Vallow all the time, and I'm also going to do an episode on that. But that's going to be... But that's just like going to be a regular episode. This is a special because this information is so new, and the Lori Vallow case is, again, still open. But I'm going to wait on something newer than just like a bunch of setbacks due to the world today. So Excuse you, 24-hour Mother Nature.
What the? What the?
That was thunder. See that, or someone ran their garbage can into the side of my house. I don't know, but it was loud. Okay, so
How do you not know?
because the window that I have in the back is covered by a towel because the sun comes in the morning and wakes me up, and I shouldn't be saying I'm already up at 2, 3 a.m. in the fucking morning, and I'm getting pissed off that the sun is in my room at 9 in the morning. But like you can't like really see out the window either because it's like frosted glass. Oh no, that's thunder. That's thunder. Okay, thank you. So let's keep going. Gary Francis Post died in 2018. So they need to test his DNA because his DNA is still on file since he was a convicted murderer. He was a murderer. And you know, once your DNA is taken by the FBI, it kind of stays there. I mean, they might clone you. They might clone you to see how your little brain works in a clone. I mean,
FBI, open up.
FBI, open up.
So in May of 2018, the Vallejo Police Department announced their intention to attempt to collect the Zodiac Killer's DNA from the backup stamps he used during his correspondence. So, like, he sent in, like, letters throughout his time. And, you know, like, back in the day, they didn't have, like, the peel and stick stamps. You had to, like, get a stamp, peel out the backing. It wasn't, like, sticky until, like, you stuck it on. So some envelopes you still have to lick today to actually like get them to like fully seal. Which, gross. And I mean, if he was intelligent, I believe that they had running water in 1969 in Southern California if they didn't go to the beach because San Francisco, the Bay Area, and all that. But anyway, the analysis by a private laboratory was expected to check the DNA against GED match, which was like the broad spectrum of like everyone in the United States at that time. Mostly in Southern California, like specifying Southern California and Nevada. And it was hoped that the Zodiac Killer may be caught in a similar fashion to the Golden State Killer, one Joseph James D'Angelo. In May of 2018, a Vallejo police detective said that the results were expected in several weeks. However, as of September 2021, no results have been reported. Thank you. Oh, here's something that has to do with Gary Francis Post. Kay died 2018. The team claimed DNA from Bates murder in Riverside matched Post's DNA, and that scars on his forehead matched those described on the killer. They also claimed that removing the letters from Post's name from one of the Zodiac's writings revealed an alternate message. The FBI subsequently stated that the case remained open, while law enforcement expressed skepticism of the team's findings to the Chronicle. Riverside Police Officer Ryan Railsback said the casebreaker's claims largely relied on circumstantial evidence, which, again, that's how you build a forensics case. and then like you slowly go deeper into the science of it. You contact different laboratories. You send in their DNA to get matches and like be concrete about it. It starts with circumstantial, then you bring in the science, and then you take it home. You take it home after a good night out. And the author, Tom Voigt, a Zodiac Killer expert, called the claims bullshit. I don't know who to trust now. Do I trust my little heart in saying, oh, this is going to be solved and the family is going to get closure?
I don't know who to trust. It's not the cops, that's for sure.
Yeah, but who do I trust? Do I trust like an expert, or do I trust a bunch of 40, a team of 40 or so people that have the knowledge?
What the hell they're doing?
Yeah, but the team of 40 cold case investigators composed of former law enforcement investigators, military intelligence officers, and journalists. So they basically have a full team. They have a full team that could take.
Doesn't trust facts.
I don't know who to trust, but if an expert is calling the claims bullshit right now, then I think I should trust the expert. But I want to know, because my little murder baby heart wants to actually say, hey, this person actually did do these killings.
Your commentator brain comprehend what the hell is going on.
My condolences to the families of the victims. I hope and I wish that I could actually tell you guys, hey, this is all concrete, this is all true. But the information that came out about Gary Francis Post is circumstantial. And we do not have any concrete evidence that links him to it as of yet. And we don't know when information will come out in the future. But I hope that we find who killed your family. I hope that we find who killed your family members. And I hope that all of this would be somewhat better for you, because you do have that closure. I mean, if it was me and I was 86 years old and I found out that my sister was killed by the Zodiac Killer, and then all this information was coming out, I would be like, hey, actually do this. I want to find out who killed my sister and all that, because I want that closure. I want concrete closure so that way I can die happily that my sister's killer is either dead or going to be castrated. So yeah. That is all for today. This was a very normal filming session for me. A lot of chaos. So yeah. Don't murder people, or else you'll end up on this show. The only cult that you should join is Cult Leader. Be a little cult babe with me. And also be a little murder baby, because you're little murder babies. As always, make good choices. If you want to subscribe. If you want to like this video, like it. Comment on it if the comments work, because I have to manually do it for every single video now. Even though that I have my settings set as comments always on. So yeah. That was an update, a ramble, I have weird things. Have a good rest of your day. Have a good rest of your day, and I hope that you don't kill people, because if you do, I'm going to be talking about you in the future. Don't be stalkers either. Don't be a stalker, because that also gets you in a lot of trouble. Bye, guys.
Don't bring it up. Don't not